Now we're back in the Harvey Norman Lounge at the start of another week, so it's time to talk pets. And Kelly, in your consultations as a dog trainer, you've been recently seeing many dogs that are showing signs of separation issues.
Yes, we do see a lot of dogs, certainly with separation issues, and yeah, I'm just seeing more, which is good for me. I enjoy it.
Yeah, and help the dogs sort their problems out. So can you tell us a little bit more about what separation anxiety is? Is it something that, because we do hear a bit about it?
Yeah, I mean, really what we tend to find is that there are dogs out there definitely who are suffering with separation anxiety. So these are dogs who basically their world falls apart when they're left on their own. There are many other things that can potentially look like separation anxiety that are not. But as I say, these are dogs who, they just can't cope.
Some dogs don't mind having a bit of alone time, do they? But some obviously really don't like it at all. Yeah,
I mean, it's, dogs just like us, we should be able to cope with being on our own, whether it's for 5 minutes or a few hours. And that I guess is classed as the norm, if you want to put it in that bracket. But yeah, there are some that sadly can't even cope 60 seconds.
Okay, and that would be annoying if you were trying to dash in somewhere to the dairy to get your milk and your dog's in the car for maybe a minute or two. So what are some of the signs my dog would show if they've got separation issues?
There's lots of different signs, and as I say, some can be quite similar to things like boredom and so on. So you do get chewing, so you can get that destructive kind of behaviour. We also do get dogs who they kind of can't cope even being in the back garden on their own, so they'll start coming up to the door, or they are up at the window. And then, so this is this gorgeous Bella who I've been working with. So yeah, she's actually watching all her family inside. And then also you get dogs who, again, just like Bella, will dig huge holes in the garden area or wherever they're left.
So how do you know if it's anxiety, separation anxiety, or they're just bored?
Yeah, so there's different ways to look at that. So clients usually have to fill out a lovely lengthy questionnaire, and then what we start to do is get video footage of the dog, see what the animal does when it's left on its own, because that's a lot of the time the only way you can find out. But it really depends on, as I say, extreme levels. So is it a mild case of potentially boredom, and that's why they're digging up the garden, or actually are they vocalising and howling and barking consistently the minute they're left alone?
And doing the neighbours' heads in, most likely.
Yes, and that's how a lot of people tend to sometimes find out there's a problem because there's a council complaint on noise.
And that's not what you want at all. You mentioned a while ago, I remember when we had you on the show, about a dog on medication. I mean, do all dogs need medication to cope with this? Not
all dogs, some dogs do, and usually if it's something that, again, if we're looking at the dog, if this dog can't even sit still for a few seconds, and it's consistently on edge, then I tend to recommend they book in to see their vet and have a really good chat, because there is a possibility that dog needs something to help it while we also set the behaviour modification plan in place.
So are there any other products that can sort of help them overcome the separation anxiety?
So there's a lot of different things on the market. Not everything works for every single dog, and again, it really depends on the individual, but there are things such as special pheromone spray or diffusers that we use that can help with anxiety issues. We also use things like the thunder shirts. We also look
What's a thunder shirt?
So it's a bit like, I think we talked about it a while ago, it's like almost swaddling the animal, but obviously you don't swaddle their legs in, but it works on their pressure points and helps them relax.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, so we find with some animals that can work, some it doesn't, and then there are kind of certain remedies that you can use, so specific kind of tablets, but that are not, I guess, classed as prescription drugs.
So if an owner feels that the dog is showing these signs of separation anxiety, what is the first thing they should do?
I think if they've got a dog that is, or that they're aware of, that just, number one, might be following them around everywhere in the house, and the poor owner can't even go to the toilet in peace.
It's like having kids.
Then there's potentially an issue there. If they're showing, digging or howling, lots of barking and so on, then they need to speak with a behaviourist consultant. Yeah.
Kelly, thank you so much. That has been really enlightening. I hope my dog's behaving. Really good advice there. And now to our pet of the week. Congratulations to Sophie and Molly. Gorgeous. $50 to spend at petpost.co.nz is on its way to your owner, Kathy Strong from Mangatoroto. And if you would like to enter your pet, and it can be any type of pet, just upload a pic on our Facebook page.